Hello! Welcome back sa Kung Ano Man To. And for today's episode, I prepared a list of 36 episode ideas and nilagay ko sila sa spin the wheel. So, I just jumped into this like whatever, kung ano na lang mapili yung topic. Tignan natin. You guys can't really see the wheel, pero here, I'm gonna go spin it. One, two, three. Pa 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 pa. Naikot siya. And today's topic is body image issues. Getting real personal na ha. Okay, so what is body image issues? So, body image issues is yung may hindi ka okay sa sa how you look. It's always a physical thing na nagba-manifest into a mental thing. Last sem, sa subject naming Understanding the Self, professor pa namin nun si Ma'am Ellie. Hi, Ma'am Ellie. You're very, very great at teaching, I have to say. So, ayun. Body image issues, like, napaka-diverse na topic na to. Um, it can be a mental issue. It can be it can also be an eating disorder. It can also be a mental disorder. It can trickle down to various topics. It's like the roots of a tree. Like it's one big trunk at the top, pero as soon as you dig down, the roots go down deep, and the roots grow into all these little crevices, and each crevice is entirely different from the other, and it's a very diverse topic. Pero I will personally just be sharing my personal experiences about the said topic. So body image issues. Personally, I think I still have body image issues. Um, I, right now, okay lang ako. I'm okay with what I see in the mirror. Pero before talaga, nung senior high, tsaka nung few months ago, kapag nakikita ko sarili ko sa salamin, like, hindi ko nagugustuhan yung nakikita ko. Like, may tawag dun sa ano na yun eh, BPD. I know it's not great to self-diagnose, pero yung I forgot, it's not called BPD, basta it's something about I forgot the term. Here, let me Google it para may facts ako mabubuga. Um, body image issue. Okay, I'm too lazy to like look up the definition, pero ayun. Um, you feel extremely hindi mo nagugusto yung nakikita mo sa salamin. For me, the thing na hindi ko gusto sa appearance ko, well, generally I'm okay with how I look, pero when it comes talaga sa body weight, kasi I've been underweight since I was a kid, like really way back. I've been underweight, pero nung baby ako, I was okay naman daw, like I was a big baby daw eh. Pero nitong as soon as I transitioned from an infant to a child, I've been underweight, and it's not because hindi ako pinapakain, and it's just that tamad ako kumain. And pero recently, kumakain naman ako. Like, I'm fine. Pero generally, I'm a slow eater kasi, and I was a really picky eater ng bata ako. Um, my relatives would often joke na puro na lang scrambled egg kinakain ko. And yes, I was one of those kids na kapag hindi gusto yung ulam, magpapaluto ng itlog. Pero not anymore. Don't worry, adult na ako, obviously. So, ayun. Hindi ako masyado nung bata ako, hindi ako nakain ng karne. Ayoko kumain ng beef or pork dishes. Kadalasan isda lang ang nakain ko nun. Tsaka fried chicken at tsaka itlog. Kaya magkasundo kami ng lola ko when it comes sa pagkain. Kasi puro isda lang din kinakain niya. Hindi niya rin gusto masyado kumain ng ng pork at tsaka baka. Kasi, I mean, obviously, over age, hindi ka naman masyado pwede kumain ng, pork or beef kasi fatty acids and shit. Pero ayun, nung bata ako, magkasundo kami sa ulam. And ako yung laging pinagluluto ng separate ulam, which I am really grateful for kasi kinonsider nila ako. Pero ngayon na adult na ako, I wish na pinilit pa nila ako. Kasi nangyari na na-enable lang yung pagiging picky eater ko and nadala ko siya over the years. Pero recently, simula nung senior high, I've been overcoming that shit na. And it's been going great. Well, hindi lang simula ng senior high. Like, since high school. Like, even before that. Slowly, dahan-dahan ko siyang ino-overcome. Pero hanggang ngayon, tamad pa rin ako kumain ng gulay at saka prutas. Pero I'm okay naman. Kung yun yung ihahain, yun yung kakainin, of course. Kung ano yung nasa lamesa, yun na yun. So yeah, pagka lalo na pagka nasa ibang bahay na ako, kung ano yung nakahain, yun yung kakainin. Obviously, courtesy. Pero ayun na nga, dahil overweight ako nung bata ko, later down the line, I grew skinny. Pero luckily, hindi nahirapan yung body ko magpatangkad. I'd say na I'm okay naman when it comes to that kasi yun yung, kinakatakutan ko kasi like, what if, I become too short kasi I'm underweight. But, ayun, hanggang ngayon, I think I'm underweight pero maraming times na na-overcome ko siya. Like, I remember noong first time ko naranasan na average weight na ako, I was so happy kasi, oh my God, hindi na ako underweight. I feel great. Like, hindi na ako madaling mapagod. I feel okay. Kapag nagigising ako sa umaga, hindi na ako groggy or sluggish. Pero ayun, I mean, to be fair, nung underweight naman ako, I don't feel, always tired. Hindi naman sa ganun. It's just that I feel healthier. Ayun. Pero kahit na average weight na ako ngayon, mapayat pa rin ako. Pero before, grabe yung payat ko. Pero ngayon, okay na. Mm, Not, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it. Kasi mapayat pa rin ako, pero okay lang yun sa akin eh. Pero like, if I put myself in a position where I'm with somebody else, I feel insecure about it kasi I do not look, ano, okay, sabihin ko na, I do not look masculine. And it's a insecurity of mine. So, yeah, ayun, body issues. Like, it's one of my biggest insecurities kasi it's not like, kaya ko lang baguhin overnight. I have to put in months, even years worth of, consistency and change para lang magkaroon ng, physical change sa appearance mo. Kaya, body image issues are so fucking hard to overcome. Kasi most of the time, body image issues, like the things na, when it comes to, weight, yung mga bagay na yon na like example, if you're more on the heavier side of the scale, it's hard for you to overcome it kasi it's either dahil sa genetics or dahil nakasanayan mo lang. Like it could be because of eating habits or it could be because genetically you're just bred to be that way and it's hard nalagpasan yun kasi kasi you're battling against genetics eh. Tsaka you're battling against kung ano yung nakasanayan mo, the habits you've built, your diet, your sleep schedule, how active you are. Like there are so many factors that you have to consider and changing it takes a fuck ton of work. Like kahit anong age ka pa, like it's so hard to overcome. Ayun. for me, I did try to overcome it naman eh. It's not like insecure lang ako forever, tapos wala na akong ginagawa about it, puro na lang ako reklamo. It's not like that. In senior high, I hit a major wall nung I was with my partner at the time. Tapos I felt so insecure about, my physical appearance, well, my physical shape. And my partner tried her best to, help me at that time, pero it really was not working. And I was so tired of feeling like I'm feeling tired. I was tired of feeling tired of what I see in the mirror. Like, I couldn't take it anymore. I just had to do something about it. So I did. I consistently ate more. I ate like 5 meals a day, tapos tatlong calorie shakes, which is like blended up oats, peanut butter, saging, at kung ano man makikita mo na high in calorie, i-mix up mo siya. Tapos iinumin mo para that way yung calorie surplus mo, malagpasan mo. Para that way, your body takes in more calories than it can burn, and then yung excess calories, i-convert niya into body mass. And then that's how you gain weight. Wow, science. Pero, ayun, consistently ko yung ginawa for months. Tas nag-home workouts na ako nun. I don't really, home workouts at home. Alam ko mas better mag-gym. Kasi yung intensity ng workouts mo, like, kaya mo pang, mas lalo pang i-push. Kaya yung gains mo, mas madami. Pero I don't feel comfortable being out there. I preferred working out at home. Para that way, I have the luxury of having privacy. And ayun, it worked naman eh. I did gain weight. I did become bulkier. Like my arms got bigger. My chest definitely got bigger. I focus on upper body workouts para in hopes of getting that V shape. It worked naman. Kaso my mental health wasn't really the best. Kaya hindi ko na keep up yung consistency. And I'm back to square one. They're not really back to square one. Tama lang. Pero ayun, I did try to do something about it, and na-realize ko lang, body image issues most of the time, it's not really about the physical aspect. It's not really about that. It's about the mental aspects of having body image issues. Like having body image issues is it's more about your mentality, and ano it's most of it is just in your head. Not saying that na ini-invalidate ko yung mga taong may body image issues na hindi, iniisip mo lang yan. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is most of the time you just have to work on how you see yourself. Journaling definitely helps. I really, really recommend journaling for this. Tsaka practicing gratitude journaling. I know it sounds corny to like write down like things that you like about yourself. Okay, what is gratitude? Paliwanag ko muna. What is gratitude journaling? Gratitude journaling is when ano, you journal like always, pero you focus you focus on writing down things na you like about yourself, things na nagugustuhan mo, things na na-appreciate mo. Alam kong it sounds really corny and it feels like a school activity, pero it really is effective. Kasi lalo na if you keep it consistent, masasanay ka na hindi ka lagi natingin sa negatives. Masasanay ka na makita yung positives about yourself. Kasi chances are, there are a lot of positives about who you are and how you look. Chances are, like, marami talaga. Tapos hindi mo lang talaga napapansin kasi na-overshadow ano, ng dissatisfaction mo with how you look. Kaya gratitude journaling really helps. What also helps is practicing self-care, taking care of yourself, like cleaning up your room or wherever it is that you live. Cleaning up your environment just mentally helps. It helps you feel lighter. Kasi wala, it just gives your cleaning up the physical space na you exist in, just bring this manifests into your brain, makes things feel more spacious and less cramped. And when it's like that, it feels even better to practice self-care. I highly recommend taking ano taking care of your hygiene when it comes to this. Granted I'm not a professional. Most of these are just how I deal with it. I'm not a professional. If it's like really, really bad, please do seek help. Ha? Like, wag mong kimkimin. Wag ka mahiya to admit na may mali, na hindi ka okay. Please do seek help. Kasi you only have one life. May as well live it. Nandito ka na eh. May as well make it worth it, 'di ba? Pero ayun, disclaim, like, I should have said that at the start, pero we're in the middle na, so whatever. Ayun, I'm not a professional, okay? This is just like friendly advice. So ayun, practice good hygiene. Like, I was gonna say if you're a guy, pero this applies on both genders or any gender. Basta tao ka. Take a long shower. Take a deep scrub, as in really scrub it in para afterwards you feel squeaky clean, you feel good, you feel great. Warm showers really help. Like warm showers. Ang comforting niya. It feels very reassuring for me. Granted, not everybody has the luxury of a hot shower. Pwede naman mag-init ng tubig sa tabo. Huwag ka mag-init ng tubig sa tabo kasi matutluso yung tabo mo. What I mean is, mag-init ka ng tubig. And then, lagay mo sa timba. Take a hot bath. Para afterwards, feeling mo malinis ka. Feeling mo talagang, feeling mo na alagaan ka. Ayun yung kahalagahan dun. Look at yourself in the mirror and appreciate your features. Maybe invest in a few products to help with how you look. If you're insecure about your acne, maybe taking care of yourself, like taking care of your face might help. Like if you suffer from oily skin, maybe using a soap that helps with oily skin will make you feel less shitty about how you look. Maybe if you don't like how your hair looks, why not invest in keratin? That's what I did. Really scrub it in, keep it consistent, and always stay patient with yourself, ha. All these products are not supposed to work instantly. You're supposed to use them consistently, and over time, saka mag-show yung results. Kaya if you feel insecure about your hair, use keratin. Or if your hair is too oily, maybe use more shampoo. And just really take care of yourself para that way mararamdaman mo na naaalagaan ka talaga. At saka when you do it consistently, mananotice mo yung sudden glow. Mananotice mo na, hey, I feel clean. I feel like naaalagaan ako. I feel like iniintindi ko sarili ko. It feels like hindi ko pinapabayaan sarili ko. And that's great. That's like, syempre, may levels to, body image issues. Ayun yung surface level. Meron din, of course, yung kagaya kanina, yung physical. If you have problems with like your weight, you can try to implement a calorie deficit if you're way too, if you don't like how bulky you are, you can cut down on the bulk. Try eating foods na less calorie dense, kagaya ng isda, gulay, magbawas sa kanin. Pero I do not advise na hindi kumakain. Like, ang dami kong friends na ginagawa yun, yung, ala, I don't like how I look, kaya hindi na ako kakain, which, I'm not mocking them, ha? Like, I'm very concerned sa kanila. I'm not mocking them, pero I am saying this to discourage that kind of way to cope with it. Like I highly discourage it. Kasi yes, it might work temporarily, pero baka magkaroon ka ng ng long-term health issues dahil dyan, such as stomach issues, acid. I don't advise doing that. It's really not good for you. And not only are you harming your health, you're also scaring the people that care about you. It's not, I don't do that. Like, hindi porket you want to cut down on weight, hindi ka nakakain ha. Kakain ka pa rin, pero less sa calories. Like, but by that I mean like yung mga foods na less calorie dense. Do some research about it. Hanapin mo yung yung MBTI ba yun? I forgot the term. Yung yung threshold at which your body, ano, yung amount of calories na nababurn ng body mo, find that one out, and then alamin mo kung ilang calories yung kaya mong sunugin per day, and then eat foods na below that, para that way, your body burns up the calories in your body, and over time, you will lose weight the healthy way, ha? Kasi, yan, kumakain ka pa rin. You're still having your 3 meals a day, pero less calorie dense, kaya your body ends up using the stored calories in your body, and then you'll lose weight. And if you're like me, na medyo on the payat side of the scale, eat a lot of calorie dense foods. It's better to increase the amount of times na you eat kaysa the amount of food na you eat at one sitting. By that I mean, mas maganda kumain ng 5 rice meals na pakonti-konti yung di man sa pakonti-konti, yung tama lang yung kanin. Kasi naman kumain ng 3 meals a day, tas punong-puno yung plato ng kanin. I mean, gagana pa rin siya, pero mas effective kung yung amount of times na kumakain ka, yung dadamihan mo. Kasi pagka sinagad mo yung chan mo na sagad, like busog na busog ka, mas matagal yung time bago makaramdam ka ng gutom. Pero, kung kakain ka ng if you increase the amount of times na you eat, not the amount of food, mas maraming times, mas madami ka makakain in one day. Kasi if you, stockpile a fuck ton of food sa isang upuan, mangyayari, you'll feeling mo busog ka for most of the day, which may hirapan kang kumain pa kasi you feel busog eh. Pero if yung pakonti-konti, lagi ka may appetite na kumain. And if you struggle for appetite, I suggest na mag-apple bon ka. Not sponsored, pero it helps with the appetites. Para that, and I noticed na mas ganado ako kumain nung tinitake ko yun. Tsaka mas madami ako nakakain. So that's diet. Lastly, exercise. If, like, if you're focused on burning, burning, not really burning, I was gonna say if you're focused on burning calories and workout, pero it also applies for, skinny people that are trying to gain weight. Staying active really helps. Hindi lang sa physical ha, like mentally din. Kasi feeling mo may ginagawa ka talaga about about your body image issues, and it feels great knowing that you're doing something and it's working. It generally, kasi your brain just gives you a fuck ton of endorphins when you work out. Endorphins is yung chemical in your brain that rewards you for being active. Kaya when you work out, like let's say you're on the fat side of the scale, if you work out, if over time, like, di ba nga, nagbe-burn ka na nga ng calories thanks to your diet, you're gonna burn even more calories dahil physically active yung body mo. And if you're physically active, not only are you fit, not only do you feel more healthier, but mentally, you feel great. Kasi yun na nga, feeling mo iniintindi mo sarili mo. Tsaka, you generally just feel great about yourself kasi after a workout and you look at yourself, you no longer see that person that feels bad about them. Well, maybe you still do, pero you feel less shitty about it kasi when you look at the mirror, you see somebody na nag-e-effort baguhin kung ano yung ayaw nila. And you can appreciate that. Lalo na kung nag-ano ka, nag-gratitude journaling ka, ma-appreciate mo yung fact na talagang nag-effort ka. Talagang like you can appreciate the fact na you're pouring in so much effort, consistent ka, committed ka, talagang gusto mo and hindi ka like hindi lang puro salita, like you're actually putting in the work. And it feels great knowing that you do that. Inom lang ako ng tubig kasi dito yung lalamunan ko dire-diretso lang kasi. Pero ayun. So, mental, diet, exercise. Pero of course, there will be instances where none of these do actually work para sa'yo. When it comes sa ganung mga problems, talk to a professional. It's kung hindi man afford ang professional or hindi man comfortable or if you don't have the luxury of seeking help from professionals, talk to a friend. Talk to a friend. Puntahan mo yung support group mo and open up about it. And syempre, they care about you. And they're gonna try their best na tulungan ka. And feeling and knowing the fact na may taon may pake sa'yo, even though may flaws ka and all, nakakatulong siya. It really does help. Sa mga problems na ganun, you're gonna have to look inwards talaga and start rebuilding shit. Hindi siya madali. Napakahirap niya. Pero come on, think about it. You only have one life to live. Do you really want to live this one life you have hating what you see in the mirror? Diba? Be realistic. And I have this belief na as much as people hate the feeling of sadness, depression, and anxiety, as much as people hate those feelings, people find comfort in those feelings. Kasi it feels comforting knowing na hanggang dito lang ako, wala na akong mararating. Ito na talaga yon. If there's comfort in being a sloth, pero walang mararating, walang change na magaganap kung wala kang gagawin. Ikaw lang talaga ang bukod tanging nakakakilala sa'yo. Ikaw lang ikaw yung pinaka-best na nakakakilala sa sarili mo. So you're the best one to actually help yourself. And ikaw lang naman talaga yung makakapaggawa ng change. Nobody's gonna do it for you. You're gonna have to be the one to put in the work. And of course, nobody can overcome this alone. There will come a time where you will have to seek help from friends and family. And knowing that somebody's there for you, it's an amazing first step. Kasi in reality, there is so much more to a person than just their physical appearance. Chances are the things that you feel insecure about, people don't really care about because everybody's too busy thinking about their own things. And if they do care, if they do care a fuck ton about how you look, maybe they're not really the best person to be around. Maybe they're the type to dwell on other people's lives while they're not really doing much with theirs. So, ayan. I hope this helps. It's very all over the place, napapansin ko. The way I make kwento, it's very all over the place. I hope it's not. Pero yun, I feel like I definitely could have gone deeper kasi medyo surface level pa yung yung commentary ko regarding this topic. But that's, yeah, I hope it helps. Again, I'm not a professional, pero look at this as a friend genuinely giving a fuck about your problems and wanting the best para sa'yo. Kasi last thing that anybody would want is for another person to feel shitty about who they are. So please do take care of yourself. Do practice gratitude journaling. Write down the things that you like about yourself. Oh, and lastly, sadly, hindi lahat ng hindi lahat ng physical features ng isang tao nababago. Number one example dyan ng height. Lalo na like sa lalaki, malaking insecurity ang height. Kasi feeling mo kapag you're short, you're less masculine and feeling mo everybody's towering above you and you don't feel strong enough to do jack shit. Pero reality, you are strong enough. It's not always about the height. There's so much more to you than just your physical appearance. For example, like another example of things na hindi lang basta-basta baguhin, ang nose, hugis ng face mo, hugis ng nose mo, how your eyes look, your fingers, your feet, your belly, like lahat ng mga yan, hindi siya, like hindi siya basta-basta kayang i-alter. Most, like, lalo na like sa face, hindi, hindi kayang, gawa ng paraan baguhin yung, shape ng nose ng tao. Well, of course, there's plastic surgery. If it, if it makes you feel better, go for it. Go for it. And if you have the means to afford it and it feels like you're and if you think na you'd feel better with it, go. Live your life. If that's what's gonna make you happy, really consider it muna. Pero if you're sure na it's what's gonna make you happy, go for it. Pero if not, that's okay. You're just gonna have to accept things for the way things are. Hindi lahat kayang baguhin, pero I do think na lahat ng parts ng body mo kaya mong ma-appreciate, kaya mong hanapin yung beauty in it. Kahit ano man yan. Sounds plastic. Sounds like I'm trying so hard to be motivational, pero I do genuinely mean that. Hindi man nababago ang lahat ng parts ng katawan mo. Like, hindi lahat yan nababago, pero lahat ng yan kaya mong ma-appreciate. And if you're around people that make you feel shitty about these parts of yourself, if you're around people that don't appreciate, like, lalo na if you're with a partner that doesn't appreciate these things about yourself, maybe they're not the right of people, maybe they're not the right kind of people to be around. Maybe they're not the kind of people na you want to spend your precious time and energy on. Kasi everybody should be around people that makes them feel fucking confident. Everybody should be around people that makes you feel as if you're okay, that you're great. Stop spending time with people that make you feel like shit. So ayun, grabe. Very assertive ang aking commentary, but yeah. Kanina pa ako nagsasabi ng but yeah, I hope it's not getting repetitive for you, my dear listener. So yeah. Practice gratitude journaling, work on your diet, maybe exercise. You don't have to exercise for change. You can also just exercise for the feeling of exercising, like just to feel fit. And kahit na walang physical change, you feel the change. You feel the feeling of being active. So yun, exercise. And of course, acceptance. Accept you for you. Love the little imperfections and blemishes, moles, marks, whatever it may be. Appreciate it. You've only got one life. May as well live it na bati kayo ng katawan mo. So that's it for this episode. Sana nakatulong. I genuinely hope na sana nakatulong. And if your problems are so severe, reach out to a friend. Talk to them, please. And yeah, if na-enjoy mo tong usapan natin, do follow this podcast para sa susunod na dadakdak ulit ako dito. Aware ka and you can come listen to whatever it is I have to say. And I would love it if you shared your thoughts and feelings about the podcast. It would greatly help me, as well as dear Anna. It would greatly help the podcast. Para that way I can cater the content I make to whatever it is that my listener demands. You ask and I shall provide. So yeah, that's all. Kita-kita ulit tayo dito next time. Dito lang ulit sa kung ano man to. Thanks. You're fucking beautiful. Don't fucking forget that. Bye bye. Thank you for listening. Bye.